This video is about the 3 reasons you eat the wrong food. These are based on my experience, my reasons why I eat the wrong food, but I'd love to hear what your reasons are, so please do leave them in the comments below. My name is Mark and I'm here to help you live a better, healthier life. My goal is to help as many people as I can get into shape and improve their quality of life. Now, if this is your first time here and you want to learn more about practical and effective ways to improve your health, your fitness and your overall wellness, or if you're just interested in expanding your knowledge about health, fitness and nutrition, please do start now by hitting the subscribe button and you'll be kept up to date with all future videos. So now, without further ado, so there are 3 reasons why you are eating the wrong food. I think we've all done these from time to time, but for me, number 1 on that list is skipping a meal. Now, I'm not talking about doing something, intermittent fasting or anything else where you're planning for it, you're prepared for it, you're mentally ready for it. I'm talking about that every day. You wake up late, you don't have time to cook breakfast, or you can't be bothered cooking lunch because you've got something else to do, you need to nip to the post office or whatever it is. But skipping that meal when it's not planned for, when you are just literally too busy or doing something else or distracted and you skip it, it's probably going to lead you to hitting the fridge, the drawers, the cupboards, whatever it is, later on in that day. Now, not always the case, but the chances are if you're snacking on something from the fridge or that packet of crisps, it's because you haven't actually had a meal that you've eaten and taken your time with and filled yourself up with a healthy food. So the chances are, whether it's a chunk of cheese and an apple, whether it's a packet of crisps, the chances are you've missed a meal and you've got hungry, and rather than waiting for the next meal because you are hungry, you've raided and you're eating the first thing that comes to your hand, which is not likely to be the most healthy option or filling option out there. So it's one thing to skip a meal if you're planning to do it, if you're doing intermittent fasting or whatever else, but on an average day, on a regular day, the chances of you eating the wrong things is drastically increased if you've missed that meal. So don't miss your meals, plan for them, plan what you're going to eat, make it healthy and all the rest of it, but make it filling, because that'll keep you going to the next meal, which means that cupboard raiding, fridge raiding habit that you've got will be reduced. It'll never go away, but it will be reduced. Okay, certainly for me, the next reason why I'm eating the wrong foods, and you probably are too, is we don't take the time over those meals. So in short, chew it. Right, when you are actually having some food, make it last for more than 30 seconds. It doesn't matter whether it's an omelette, a sandwich, whatever it is, whatever you're planning to have, right? Actually take the time to eat it. Chewing your food, take the time. It is one of those things that it's been proven over and over again that if you actually go through the act of eating, particularly if you have a glass of water or something with it, your body thinks that it is fuller, it's eaten more than it is, it feels full, it's going to mean that your appetite is suppressed, right? Take your time. Don't just slap something together really quickly, shove it down your face because you've only got 2 minutes. Try and make a little bit of time for each of your meals. I'm not saying you have to spend 2 hours for lunch, right? But you can spend more than 2 or 3 minutes. Actually sit down for a second, pause for a second, actually eat your food, chew it and enjoy it. Okay, because that will have you psychologically feeling like you've eaten more, feeling fuller, feeling more satisfied and sated, right? That will keep you lasting to the next meal better than if you just run into the fridge, grab something, shove it down your throat and batter on. Now, I know there are always going to be days when you're in a rush and you only have a few minutes and you will want to shovel some food down your throat. And we have them. But just realise that if you're eating the wrong food, it may well be because your body is thinking that it's hungrier than it is, because rather than taking 5 minutes to eat that food, you shoved it down your throat in 1. So chew it, for want of a better phrase. Take your time, have an actual bit of food. Don't sit there, grab it, run, throw it down your throat. Try and make at least a few minutes to take your time, to savour your food, to enjoy it, because you will feel fuller, you will feel more satisfied, and it will last you for longer before you want to reach for the wrong foods. Okay, so the third reason that you're eating the wrong foods, if you're anything like myself, is, I'm going to call it pause. Because there are lots of reasons, whether it's stress, anxiety, anger, happiness, sadness, whatever it is. Okay, there is certain triggers that you're going to have, I know I have, that are going to set you off to raiding the crisps, the chocolates, and everything else that is wrong. Now, I'm not saying they're totally wrong. I know that in small doses, in moderation, as a reward, anything can be good. But we're talking eating a packet that's meant to be shared between friends to yourself in 10 minutes because you are anxious, stressed, whatever. So one of the things here which has stood me in really good stead recently is to pause. Why am I eating? Is it a simple case of I'm bored, so therefore I'm going to shove my face full of crisps, nuts, fruits, whatever it is, right? Or is it because I'm stressed from personal life or work, anxious, all the rest of it? So pause. Try and recognize what those triggers are. What's setting you off? What is wanting you to get up off your behind and go to the fridge, the cupboards, or wherever else you've stashed those foods and chow your way through it? What's triggering it? So before you automatically get off from the couch and go and pick up that bag of massive bag of Doritos or whatever it is, pause. Think to yourself, what's triggered this? What can I do instead? Because if you realise that you're eating that bag of Doritos because you're bored, well, okay, perhaps go and do something else. Change of scenery. Have a drink of water, go for a wander, do something else. Do some chores around the house. Nobody likes doing them, but it'll stop you from being bored. Right? If you're anxious or stressed, what can you do to alleviate it a little bit? And I know people are taking the piss for me being a fan of DDP yoga, but that is both a good workout and also quite relaxing. And there's some ones on there, breathing exercise and things, and any other form of yoga will do. There are forms of exercise out there that are not only good for you, you're exercising, they make you feel good, right? But they also are calming. Lots of things focus on breathing. Even lifting weights, you have to focus on your breathing and be in rhythm with what you're doing. So no matter what it is, there's something there that both can give you a physical release, but also make you feel better, more relaxed, and hopefully stop you reaching for that bag of Doritos. Now, I know it's probably a bit unfair calling it pause, because there are lots of different reasons for it, right? But in terms of the reasons you are eating the wrong foods, is it something that triggers you? Is it something that when you sit on the couch on a Friday night, you reach for the bag of Doritos and the beer? Whatever it is it a certain person that you speak to that makes you get so wound up and anxious that you want to reach for that big bar of chocolate that's in the fridge? Whatever it is, all I'm saying is pause, recognize that that is one of your triggers. We all have them. Recognize that it's happening and that perhaps there are other ways of coping with it. Because you've got to ask yourself, are you actually hungry? Or are you doing it to get over something else? For me, most times, I'm not hungry. I'm not even vaguely hungry. I'm not wanting the food. I'm not, I'm certainly not wasting away. Right? It's a trigger that has a response of doing something. So try and get yourself out of that situation. Pause, think about it, move on, and stop eating the wrong things. Thank you for watching along. I would love to hear your thoughts on why you're eating the wrong foods. So please do leave a comment in the comments below, and please do hit like if you enjoyed this video. It's one of those things that for me, I know there is no wrong food overall. You know, we can eat things in moderation, but I know I can't. I know that I'm not capable of eating that small packet of crisps and stopping at one without eating the selection bag. It is one of those things that for me, recognizing that I have a food issue and trying to remove myself from those situations and deal with those reasons why I eat the wrong food has helped me immensely recently, and I just wanted to share that with you. So please do hit subscribe if you want to know more and watch upcoming videos, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you.